What is up, my dudes? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody's Wednesday? Happy hump day. How's everybody doing? It's been a nice Wednesday. Anybody following the Karen Reed trial? That was weird. That was a weird day today. How's everybody doing? Yeah. What's up, Island? Island in the house. What's up, Uncle Buck? You have a beard, but it's gray. No, grays are awesome. We're actually going to be unbraiding today as well. So I'm going to be unbraiding in a little bit because I do have to do another deep condition. So I figured I'd unbraid in a little bit and see how everybody's day is going. And I'm still... Echo. My cat is being crazy. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get the damn highlight to work. I still can't figure out how to highlight the chat. I thought I downloaded the widget, but apparently I did something wrong. Add a plugin or add directly to Streamlabs. That's what I did. But when I go to Streamlabs, the source is not there. Let's see. What is a game widget? Oh no, there's the stream boss. What's this? Well, I don't have Twitch. Oh! So that's the view counter. Hey, what's up? There's 10 people on YouTube. That doesn't count my Twitter viewers. What's up, people on Twitter? How's it going? Yes, thank you so much for putting that in the chat, Uncle Buck. But yeah, oh my goodness. And I got a Cash App from Uncle Buck. We got $3 Cash App. Thank you so much. That means I'm going to be putting the beard on for 6 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Guys, I feel like a lot of you say I look like Fidel Castro when I'm wearing my baseball hat and my beard. You guys, Mrs. Fluxx is going to hate this. She's not going to watch my streams if I'm in a beard the whole time. But thank you so much for that $3 super chat. Or that $3 Cash App, John H. But yeah, so tonight I was just gonna chill, talk about, you think I look like Ozzy Overlord? It's funny, I think I look a lot like my little brother. The other day I took a picture and I sent it to my sibling chat, and, yeah, I look like my little brother. It was kind of funny. 12 people watching, but only 3 likes. Thank you so much, BS Simon. How's it going? But yeah, so I did want to talk about, did anybody watch the Karen Reed trial today? Why the fuck you got that? Vice baby in the house. What's up, Connor? It's because it is the super chat goal for today. Because I feel like, why not? Mrs. Fluxx hates the beard. And I want to wear it, but I need somewhat of a reason to wear it. So I can be like, see, I get to, like, look at how good I look. Look at how good I look with a beard. I think I look super awesome with a beard. But yeah, so I was just gonna chill, see how everybody's Wednesday is going. I had a few topics, mostly just like what the fuck stuff and stuff on Twitter, but we can get into that a little bit later. Let's see, who else just texted me? Okay, I want to make sure that I keep the chat. But it's nice, guys. Since I have gotten my new glasses, I can actually see chat. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I no longer am reading chat like this. It's really nice. But yeah, so man, to work at that courthouse, I would like a 4-day. I mean, I am currently unemployed, so having a 4-day weekend, it doesn't really have the same ring right now. However, man, Jem says it just makes, right, this beard, it makes me think of Jeff, and it makes me think of that Vegas trip, and it makes me smile. Oh my goodness, one of the pictures, I have a couple pictures where I'm wearing it, and he almost refused to take a picture with me with my beard, and then I was like, no, you got to you have to wear the beard. So also, I did want to let you guys know, as far as the Stream Boss goes, the Stream Boss points have been upped. I do believe I changed, for every $1 super chat, it is, hold on, let me check for Stream Boss. Oops. Let's see. Yes, for every $1, it is 200 points off of our Stream Boss HP. So, I went ahead and changed those settings because you can't change the overall HP. You can only change the maximum damage to the HP. So I'm like, hey, we're going to be on quests all the time. And the quest is to become the new Stream Boss. So, yeah. Yeah, 200 points. Because I was going to drop it down to 5,000, but I can't drop it down to 5,000. But, yeah. So, again, like I was saying, today was an interesting day in court as far as, are we going to speculate? Are we going to speculate that the jurors were talking about the case? Because I'm going to speculate that the jurors were talking about the case. Because when the judge first came in, she goes, you know, they do their thing, and then when they sit down, she goes, now I'm going to remind you, you know, don't read anything and don't do any research. But she didn't say the whole, you know, talking about it or something else. Either way, I think somebody talked about it or was talked to about it or saw it on social media. I mean, I'm an Occam's razor type of person, and, you know, the most basic answer is pretty much typically how it goes. Most likely somebody saw something on Facebook or some social media platform and had to bring it to the court's attention. Or they started talking about it. Because, like, man, I don't know about you guys. Can you imagine what it's like to be one of those jurors? You're getting all this information, and all right, the 6 minutes is up. Thank you so much for that, John H. I am slightly surprised we got all the way, what are we, in week 3? I think we're in week 3. Or 2. Week 2? Week 3. Week 2. Either way, I'm slightly surprised we've gotten this far into the trial, and this is the first juror issue we've had. What seems wild to me is I'm more convinced that this was a frame job than I was last time. The defense hasn't even gone yet. See, if anything, for me, what I appreciate about the defense this time is they are attacking the investigation more so, which is a lot easier, I think, for people to swallow than, like, this whole conspiracy. Now, I was talking to somebody about it, and they're like, oh, this grand conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. People, you don't get it. It doesn't have to be some grand conspiracy. It doesn't have to be some thought out, planned, month-long thing. It's 4 drunk guys go into a basement and shit hits the fan, and 3 of them then just say, oh shit, make it look like a plow hit him, put him out in the street. And then it was just convenient when, like, I mean, again, this is just speculation, but again, this makes so much more sense to me than she hit him with her car. I don't know, just drunk guys fight. How is that such a mind-blowing concept to these people? And yeah, drunk guys panic. And it would be more than plausible if they're panicking, throw them out, make it look like a plow hit him. I don't think they necessarily targeted Karen. Not at first. I think it was a panic situation. Make it look like a plow hit him. Throw him out near the curb. And then conveniently all the other stuff, and they were just like, I'm not saying shit, you saying shit? I ain't saying shit, you saying... No, we're not saying shit. And what, you know, could have been just a simple accident turns into one of the spiciest cases of the century. What's up, Torin? How's it going? Oh, no worries, dude. No worries. No, as Jeff would say, no pressure, no hype. But I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you becoming a member. So no worries, but I appreciate you, Torin. Thank you so much for watching. So one thing that I've truly appreciated about this case, or this trial more so, is they have focused on the horrific investigation by the Commonwealth. And then today, the bitch was like, oh, it could have been from a different taillight. It could have been different like, did I hear that? I need to go back and re-listen, because from what I gathered, it appears that they got a different taillight and banged it up in their throat. Like, same make and model, just throw that one. Like, that's what it sounded like to me. But again, I was half listening, half not listening. It was one of those things. What's up, Boosh? How's it going? Even if she hit him or something, there's no way investigation evidence makes sense. Exactly. Nothing makes sense to me. Those injuries don't make sense. The story doesn't make sense. The timing, it just doesn't make sense. What does make sense is people panicking and trying to come up with a situation and then just letting the cards. It wasn't some thought out grand conspiracy. It was a panic move. And in the panic move, I don't even think necessarily Proctor had anything to do with it. I think he's just a dumbass dickhead, where he's like, oh, one of my fellow cops, I'm gonna protect him. I think he's just a fucking dumbass dickhead. I don't think he had I think he might have helped certain things along, but ultimately, the thing that makes the most sense to me was 4 guys, an accident, and then just try and forget about it. Just throw them, just pretend like nothing happened. And when shit comes up, just pretend like nothing happened. We don't know nothing. We don't know anything. And where is, exactly, Jem, thank you. Where is the dog? I want to know where Chloe is. I want to know that Chloe's still alive. They were talking about doing, like, a bite test. Oh, we have her vet records. We know who. Like, bro, you could have just grabbed a German Shepherd off the fucking street. They call it by a different name. The dog has a different, you're going to take an 8-year-old dog and give it another name? My cat wasn't even a year old, and we're like, we're going to keep her name because that's the name she's been called for a year. What do you mean? Produce the damn dog. And it's not even if they do produce a dog, there's no fucking way of knowing it's Chloe. There is no way, because who's going to have DNA samples from the dog? No, I don't believe shit. There is no way to prove any dog they produce is Chloe. And the fact that they got rid of the dog is just so much worse. So much worse. And I will never believe what they say, because I don't give a shit. Any animal that you've had for 8 years, You're gonna rehome it? Get rid of the dog after 8 years? Really? Chloe went to live on a farm upstate. Literally. Oh my goodness. They didn't cover in the wrap the car, and exactly, they didn't cover and wrap the car when they towed it. There was a terrible weather. Any evidence would have blown away. They would have expected us to believe lightweight hairs just clung to the bumper. The magic hair. That is what I don't understand. Oh, the magic hair, it's, how hard was it? Oh, I just took it off with a tweezer. Yet it stayed on for how many miles? And the whole thing, how they tested the outside for DNA, but they didn't test the inside of the light for DNA. I think DNA at this point is bunk, because they lived together. He was in her vehicle. My DNA is all over Mrs. Fluxx's vehicle. I have probably touched every inch of that truck, just either by walking on it or walking around it, by work. I can't accept, oh, his DNA was on the bumper. Cool. My DNA is all over the bumper of my fucking Mrs. Fluxx's DNA is all over the tires and bumpers of my vehicle. Does that mean I ran her over? No, it's because we live together and she touches my vehicles. So I don't there was DNA. Yeah, probably from him, because he probably touched the vehicle at some point. Just saying. Especially if he was drunk. I cannot tell you, back in the days when I really used to drink, back in the days, when you're drunk, you touch all over the vehicle when you're trying to walk to the vehicle. You're like, ugh, let me just try and get into this. You guys know what I mean. So I have a problem with them being like, oh, his DNA was on the tail light. Cool. My DNA is all over my wife's vehicle. That sounds dirty, but you guys know what I mean. Boosh. But see, oh my God, exactly. You guys get my point. So for me, the DNA being on the vehicle is very much out. I mean, they did unalive a guy they knew, so they aren't going to care about the dog. See, that's fair. I mean, if you unalive someone, I'm pretty sure the dog would be the least of your concerns. Yes, I had to correct my phrasing. Oh my goodness. But, I've been watching the trial. I've been watching everybody. I'll literally have 4 different tabs open. And I don't know if there's something wrong with me or if it's my ADHD that I'm listening to, everybody at the same time. But I very much... Guys, you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I cannot... The DNA doesn't seal it for me. And I can't get past the physical injuries. Again, there's no fucking way. You get hit, bumped, tapped by a car, so much so that it cuts and digs into your arm, but it doesn't leave a bruise. It doesn't leave a broken bone. How do you get hit by a car so hard that it knocks you out? That's what I can't get over. You get hit so hard that your shoes come off. And I think that's where it gets me. They're claiming he got hit so hard his shoes came off. How do you get hit so hard your shoes come off, but it doesn't break your boños? That doesn't track with me. Carmelo Anthony's family has already spent more than $500,000 in a month and hired unlicensed private security and paid them with the GoFundMe lawyer money. Interesting. That's a whole other situation. And he didn't, how he didn't tie his laces. I don't understand. And you expect me to believe that the car hit him so hard it knocked his shoes off, but not so hard that it broke a bone. That doesn't square with me. Literally every other fact of the case, you can't get hit that hard by a car and not have a broken bone. Yeah, and sent him over 30 feet. No, that doesn't happen. No, sir. Unbraided. Yes, I'm doing another deep condition tonight, and we're going unbraided. I'm not, you guys, I'm a little frizzy. The weather, we've had rain, so my hair's a little frizzy today. But I have to wash it, so we're gonna put the beanie back on. And God, I feel like I'm in high school. Hold on, I'm a high school emo. Hold on. Nope, that still doesn't work. My hair is too Farrah Fawcett-y right now. He did a pirouette in the snow. And then there was the whole issue with the dude and how he doesn't have a Bachelor of Science. And it's taken him did I hear that right? It's taken him 17 years to try and work on his Bachelor of Science? I'm working on my Bachelor. I have my associate's degree. I'm still working on my Bachelor. I'm gonna keep saying that. I expect to have my Bachelor degree next year. See, when I was going to school, though, after I got my associate's degree in our off semester, I got deployed. So I could not go back for my Bachelor at that time. And then I just never went back. Oh my goodness. I need to get pins to pin my hair back. It's just a lot. It's a lot of hair. Yeah, I agree with you, Uncle Buck. The way, and again, I don't really believe in some, like, grand conspiracy, but cover-up and misdirection. A cover-up and misdirection. He could have had a kid and sent him... Yeah, he could have had a kid and sent them for a degree in that time. Good Lord, man. And, I mean, who hasn't beefed up their resume a little bit? Like, when you're looking for a job, who hasn't bolstered their resume a little bit to be like, I'm a little more qualified than I am, I'll learn. But, bro, when you're talking about this level with this kind of shit, like, No, I would not play with credentials like that. No, maybe for like a retail job. Like, yeah, I was an assistant manager before. Hell yeah. But like, shit that's used in like a court of law, my dude. Is this where we're going? Is this what we're doing? What's up, E Koala T in the house? What's up, my dude? And Peachy Peaches is here. What's up, Peachy? I just, for me, I feel like the case is going extremely poorly for the Commonwealth. And it's just because the defense is making them look like shit. And they're not really pointing fingers, I would say, like at somebody who did the bad thing. They're pointing at all the fingers at the terrible investigation. And again, I think that is the right move. Because as a juror, I'm like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? What is going on? What do you mean? What are you talking? Like, I'd have so many questions. And the worst part is that I feel like when you go to trial, you should have the answers, not more questions. Like, the trial is supposed to be the wrap up of everything, where it's like, okay, Sarah Boone and George Torres, they were drinking. She stated that they were playing hide and seek. He was found in a suitcase. She murdered him. This is how. I feel like in the Karen Reed case, they're doing the thing they did last time where they were like, they were drinking and she drove and now he's dead. And they like want you to connect like C to A or A to C, and they want you to imply B in the middle. This is my take on the case. From the random person, your random average person on the street that could get called for jury duty. Like, I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking about the case. The powers of ADHD. I was talking about just being a random person. I should not have more questions. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Point A to point C. My God, it leaves my brain that fast. It leaves my brain that fast. All right, point A to point C. The prosecution wants you to imply B. She was drunk. She was mad at him. He was found dead. Or nearly dead. She was the last person. And they want you to make this connection, I feel like, without showing what happened. How did he get hit by the vehicle? How did she put him in the suitcase? How come he couldn't get back out? Did you zip him closed? Why didn't you unzip him? Like, give me the details that show you she hit him. Because again, I still am not convinced he was even hit by a car. I'm not convinced he was hit by a vehicle. Because all the evidence that they're presenting, between the medical examiner, between everything, I'm like, he was in a fight. What am I missing? What am I missing? And this is why I tried to reach out to just some random other normal person that's not, super entrenched in one side or the other. For me, I look at the facts of the case. I'm not for the Karen Reed movement. I'm not for either side. I just want justice. I just want to be like, a crime occurred. We did our jobs to get the bad guy. And that did not happen. So this whole case is fucking shit. Because they did not go, let's figure out what happened. They said, this is what happened. Let's make all of this shit fit. That's exactly what they did. They looked at the facts. They saw what they had. And they made their story around that. Instead of saying, what are the possibilities? Let's follow every possible outcome. A good cop follows every fucking lead and looks at every fucking person as a suspect. In the first 9 hours, was it? Or the first 12 hours, calling your prime suspect a cunt? Yeah, that doesn't give a good appearance, my dude. That's not above reproach. That is like, oh, you picked her. And then you made your facts around that. Cop fight got... Cops drink! And again, I lived up in Rhode Island. I worked in Brockton. And I worked in Taunton. That's where my units were. Like, that's where my unit was. And I worked as a mill tech. I never drank more than when I was fucking in the Northeast. Oh my God. Oh my God. So much fucking drinking. All of the drinking. All of the drinking. But I just... Man, some of those winter storms. I mean, what do? You don't want to go outside. It's fucking terrible. There were so many winters where, how long did I live there? 6 years. There were a good handful of winters where it was like, oh shit, we're just staying in for a few days. There was this one time, it was really funny. Like, when it gets really bad, you're not allowed to park on the street because the plows come. Did you know, if you leave your car on the street when there is a no park order, you get a state trooper knocking on your door at 2 a.m. to be like, hey, you need to move this vehicle. It's terrifying. Being woken up to ba 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 ba. It was like, oh shit. Thankfully, that was when Tito's was living. It was actually, for those of you guys who don't know, I did a member stream a few weeks ago, and our friend Tito's, he lived with us for a while up in Rhode Island. He was playing Monster Hunter with us a few weeks ago on a member stream. Well, anyways, he's like a brother to us, and he was living in our basement at the time. And I mean, our driveway was only so big, and Mrs. Fluxx had her vehicle and I had my vehicle, and we didn't really realize that there was a no park order, or like you can't be on the street. So Tito's left his vehicle on the street, and so at 2 a.m. you hear the banging, and we text him and we're like, is that you? And he's like, no. Is that you? And we're like, no. And he goes, oh shit, it's probably my car. And so he goes up, and like we're just listening, and we just hear kind of like some muttering. He's like, oh, your car. And he's like, okay. And he just had to move his car. But getting a pounding, phrasing, getting a knock at your door at 2 a.m. from a state trooper is startling. It's very startling. What's up, MG? How's it going? A state trooper. Man, I do not miss the Northeast. I did not like... I'm not a northerner. I am a southerner. I grew up in SoCal. I am a southern type of person. And while I have a lot of dear, wonderful friends up there that I still call brothers and sisters and family, I hated Boston. And I hated Massachusetts. And I hated the Northeast. It's cold. It's terrible. And it's cold. That's how I feel. But, no, and man, I've said it before and I said it again. The Good Samaritan Hospital's trash. It's a trash hospital. Brockton is the ghetto, except for White's Bakery, because White's Bakery was the best. I miss White's Bakery. Like, we would go there on drill weekends. We would go there, and because I was a mill tech, anytime I worked on that, at the Brockton site, we went to White's a lot. They had really good Caesar wraps. But, what's Lolly's safe word? Man, I did not every time Lolly questions, I'm like, ugh. Brennan is funny when he tries to say, what is that? Coabulate? When he's trying to say collaborate? Yeah. Coabulate. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but they definitely don't say their R's. There was this one time, one of my sergeants, he had a really, really thick New England accent. And I was like, well, how come you can say murder? You can say the first R in murder, but you can't say the last, because he'd say murder. Murder? I can't even say it the way he said it. Murder. But he would say the R. It was weird. I'm like, how is it you choose your R's and which ones that you say? But, what's up, Dion? How's it going, my dude? But, no, that accent, man. I don't miss it. And I don't miss New England. Mrs. Fluxx got into 2 car accidents where people were trying to cut. Thankfully, she had dash cams. And so both times she was like, yeah, they literally wait until the last second when they're either going to hit the divider or they're going to hit her. And they always chose to hit her. The 2 times. It's insanity. But, yeah, Mrs. Fluxx, one day I'll have to have her say a few. She says a few words off. She says crown instead of crayon. For me it's crayon, but she says crown. I don't get that. Or what else? There's something else weird that she says. But yeah, she says crown. Crayon is crown. I don't understand it. Drawer is draw. No, Mrs. Fluxx is from Maryland. Mrs. Fluxx is actually from here in Maryland. And apparently I'm developing a little bit of a Maryland accent, which is interesting. But, ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crayon. But she said next time we're doing a stream together, I'm going to say crayon, and she's going to go crown. Or, like, if you ask her to say wolf, she says wolf. She doesn't pronounce the L. But again, it's Marylanders have weird accents. It's 100% crayon. Exactly. I think it's crayon, and she thinks she's saying crayon. And I'm like, crayon, and she goes, crown. And I'm like, do you not hear the difference? Salisbury, MD. Have I been to Salisbury? No, I don't think I've been to Salisbury. I have not. But, none of the Commonwealth's case makes any sense to me. And if it doesn't make sense to me, how is it going to make sense to other jurors? Like Bruderberry's trying to say it, but it comes out nar. I struggle with people's names too. Like words are hard. Words are hard. Okay. I don't know. Oh, the 5th inmate was just caught. For those of you who don't know, 11 inmates broke out of a New Orleans prison. What was it, last week? 11 of them. They just fucked right off. And so 5 of them have been caught now. Yay. It names it's a no. Oh man. But I don't understand how they continued to pursue this case. With everything that's happened with former Troopa Procta, Forma. It's former Troopa Procta. I honestly see another mistrial. I'm not gonna jinx anything. What's up, Valhalla in the house? Hell yeah. Yeah, we are unbraided. We are unbraided right now, baby. We're talking about how retarded the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is for attempting to continue to try this case. And it brought up some feelings for me. And all of you people, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. I want to know your thoughts. If the state cannot prove their case the first time around, should they continue to get retrials? In my opinion, if the state cannot convict the first time, there's your answer. You could not get a jury to agree on a conviction. Ergo, not guilty. That's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think about that. Fluxx, there is a Storm Chaser game you should get. It's multiplayer. You can be the tornado. MG, that sounds awesome. There's also, because I actually play a game, it's just called Hurricane, and it's where you're a hurricane and you go around a map and you have to get stronger and take out like other hurricanes. That sounds fun. But in my opinion, I think if you take a case to trial and the jury starts deliberating and they say, hey, we can't reach a verdict. We can't be unanimous. In my opinion, all right, that is not guilty. Because you didn't have enough, you shouldn't continue, oh, well, these people just, we need new people. Like, no, you couldn't prove your case. You shouldn't get another chance. In my opinion, that feels like double jeopardy. Because it's like, you took your case to trial. You said, I have enough evidence to convict this person. You have enough evidence to take that person to trial. If you don't get a conviction, that was your shot. That was you gathered your evidence. You presented your case and it wasn't good enough. You weren't good enough. That's it. You don't get 12 new people. You don't get to just keep retrying. I think if you don't make your case to that first people, you don't get to make your case again. You failed. You couldn't prove to a jury that this person committed this crime. And are we not innocent until proven innocent unless and until we are proven guilty? Well, after the first go round, you weren't proven guilty. So fuck off! Boosh McFadden says, I agree, this is double jeopardy. That's just my opinion, not just with this case, this is all cases. If you can't get a jury to convict, that is your answer. You failed. Congratulations, counselor. You couldn't prove your case. You don't get to retry it. MG Law says, yep, once the state says they are ready to go to trial, then the state discovery window is closed and they are stuck with the theory that's out. They're stuck with the theory set out in the indictment and the evidence they have. Oh, I'm so glad you people agree with me. I think that was an agreement, right? Right, MG? That seemed like an agreement? The defense can still procure evidence and cast doubt, but the state should be locked. Exactly. They should be locked into what they have. They said, I am ready. I am ready to take this person's freedom away. Here you go. And you can't get the jury to convict? You can't get them to say yes or no? Well, congratulations, there's your answer. You failed. You didn't get a conviction. Bye. I don't understand why this... How is this allowed? Because wasn't there just a trial where it was like 10 years and 3 trials later? And finally, after the 3rd trial, she got convicted? I can't remember the case. If anybody in chat who knows the case I'm referring to, please let me know. Because I'm pretty sure there was a case where the state failed 2 previous times. And on the 3rd try, they finally got her. And I'm like, that is so fucked up. Holy fuck. MG, thank you. 4 fucking trials. Are you kidding me? At what point is it like, no, you're not fucking proving your case. You fucking suck. Sit down. 4 fucking trials? Are you kidding me? There is no way that is what anybody intended the law to be. Because that is so fucking stupid. The state should not and does not have that power. Excuse me. I don't get it. We're supposed to be innocent unless we're proven guilty. So if you can't prove somebody guilty, why do they keep getting shots? What's up, Mrs. Fluxx in the house? Mrs. Fluxx, we were just talking about your accent. And don't worry, nobody super chatted, so no beard. Oh my god. There's a D penalty case like that in Colorado or something where the dude has had 4 different trials. That is so fucked up. Guys, not this year. Next year. Next year, I will be old enough to run for president. Next year, I'm not old. Like, the fact that I'm still not old enough to run. And Island with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Beard, please. Yes, ma'am. So you know what that means. We get the beard for 2 minutes. Oh my god. It looks so... Hold on. Let me see. If I do this with the hair, it's gonna look insane. I'm gonna look like it's really my hair. Hold on. There we go. Oh my god, this is incredible. This is I don't know, guys. I can't. This is me, guys. This is me now. I feel like I can still pull it off. I feel like I'm still sexy as fuck. MG says, we need a Fluxx Muppet of this look. With like the beard or like the homeless Jesus look. Oh, smile, get your screen grabs. Oh my god. There is something wrong with me. I'm convinced there is something wrong with me, but that's alright. Alright, so, Mrs. Fluxx, we were talking about your accent. Haha, there she goes, crown. With the hair down, it's a lot. It's a lot with the hair down. Oh my god. There's something wrong with me. I guess this would be a good time to state the channel motto. I am but a humble bard. Everything I say is in mere jest and should not be taken seriously. If you take what I say seriously, I do reserve the right to make fun of you. Nobody could ever take me seriously. I feel like I really look like a dude. I look like one of those hippie, like, femme dudes. I look like a femme dude. Imagine finding Fluxx hair. That's why I always keep it braided. I keep it braided because if I don't, then my hair is everywhere. And it's a lot. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Island. Whew, so much hair. It's getting warm. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Mrs. Fluxx says, I take you seriously. Are you going to make fun of me? I wasn't making fun of you. It looks so... The difference with and without the beard is slightly jarring to me. Mrs. Fluxx, I would never make fun of you. Ever. I love you. But you also know when to take me seriously and when not to take me seriously. Oh, good Lord. I can't even... I've been watching... So, focusing back on Karen Reed, I have been watching most of the trial. Now, I'm doing this thing, period beards. I would be, you know, as soon as you get a period, just put your beard on and nobody will bother you. They just think you're crazy. You're fine. Ugh, my hair is hot. It's thick and it's hot. I should probably, but it's cold outside. It got really cold and it's like, it was so warm and so nice and so wonderful. And then like 2 days ago, it got rainy and cold and it's been horrific ever since. So that's unfortunate. But again, circling back to the Karen Reed thing. Or the trial in general. If the state does not have enough evidence, or scratch that, if the state was not capable of getting a guilty verdict after trial one, now barring any, you know, like misconduct or that shit, misconduct, that retrials there, that's different. However, when you get into a situation like Karen Reed's and the jury says, we cannot decide. Both sides don't want to fail on their conviction or give up their convictions. We cannot come to an agreement. There's your fucking answer. You cannot convict at that point, so you can't convict. You can't convict. Ooh, R.I.P. Sorry. You cannot convict. I don't think, that's such a crazy concept. I think that's actually a very good concept. And I'm glad that most of you in the chat seem to agree, because it just seems like, that just seems like that's how it goes. You know? That's how it should be. You bet the beard gets moist after a few minutes. So here's the thing. Mrs. Fluxx can attest to this. You guys know I'm weird. I am as weird as whatever. I can't think of anything. I'm weird. I don't sweat really. At all. I sweat in two places. My upper and lower lip. I sweat here and I sweat here. Now if it's obviously if I'm really hot or really working out, then I'll sweat under my arms a little bit, but it's just here and here. So when I wear the beard, I get the sweat on the bottom lip. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know if that's TMI, but that's what happens to me. Mrs. Fluxx thinks it's really weird. You can wear the beard to the wedding tomorrow. Mrs. Fluxx, I am not wearing the beard tomorrow. I have to go to a wedding. Tomorrow we're going to a wedding. I'm not wearing the beard tomorrow to the wedding. It's a formal, it's like, I'm not wearing the beard, Mrs. Fluxx. I was like, watch, if I get no, I'm not wearing the beard to the wedding. No, this is one of my best friends. I'm not wearing the beard to the wedding. You must wear the beard. But I can't wear the beard. But you must wear the beard. But I can't wear the beard. Sorry, I'm weird. There's something wrong with me. Mrs. Fluxx. Mrs. Fluxx. Time and place. You vote yes? It's not a beach wedding, though. That's why I said she's one of my best friends, and I didn't say she was my best friend, because you are correct. Chandler is my best friend. There can only be one! Well, that's why I said she's like she's not the best friend, but she's a best friend. Chandler is my best friend. And, yes, Chandler Remington. Yes, Chandler Remington is my best friend. Do I have a plaid puffy, a plaid dress puffy jacket? No! No, depending on the weather, because if it's still raining, I'm going to wear a nice pair of slacks and a nice shirt. If it's not raining, then I will wear my dress. But, it depends on the weather. Puffy vest. Sorting mini Legos for your next build. Ooh, the Black Pearl. I saw that Lego set. That looked cool as hell. Yes, Mrs. Fluxx, I'm planning on wearing a dress tomorrow. Unless it's raining and cold, in which case I will wear pants. I can dress nice when the situation calls for it. Wear pink. No, I have a black dress, a black sleeveless dress that I was going to pair with a light pink blazer, or a black and white polka dot dress with a black blazer. I haven't decided. Pictures? Ugh. But then I have another wedding to go to. The other wedding that I go to, Mrs. Fluxx isn't going to be happy because Mrs. Fluxx will be in a dress. This next, not the wedding we're going to tomorrow, but the next one we go to in a couple months. Because we're both in the wedding, Mrs. Fluxx actually has to wear a dress. And I have been married. In September, it will be 12 years that we've been married, and this is the first time I get to see Mrs. Fluxx in a dress. And I am highly excited for that. And there will probably be pictures on Twitter. So, yes, I'm so excited. Now, the thing is, I'm debating, do I try and do French braids for the wedding? Or do I just do an updo? But, like, this is I was going to just wear braids, but I need them to be nice braids, so I'm either going to try and learn how to do French braids tonight. I'm going to watch a shit ton of YouTube videos and try and learn how to French braid my hair, or I'm just going to throw it into a nice bun with some chopsticks and make it look fancy. Fancy. A black dress, it's not a funeral, it's a wedding. Yes, but I am a grown-up emo kid. The colors that I have are black, gray, and white. Mostly black and gray. I've tried to start introducing some green into my wardrobe. But I'm just a grown-up emo kid. Most of my clothes are black and gray. Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me check something. Did it just come through again? No? Maybe not? Okay. What is that doing? All right. Tammy Fayette in the house. What's up, Tammy? How's it going? No, plus, a black dress looks, if it's a formal, like, black tie event, I feel like a black dress is appropriate. But that's why I would wear a black dress with like a light pink. I would pair it with a light pink blazer to kind of spruce it up, give it a little bit of color, but not too much, because it is an evening wedding. So it's an evening formal event. So it, toned down, kind of nice, and yeah. I thought about wearing the dress I wore for, when I was 27. I threw a adult prom. My birthday party, we just threw an adult prom. So everybody dressed up and got prom dresses and suits and corsages and all that. And that was really fun. But that dress, that's a really nice dress. I could wear that dress. However, it can't be too formal, right? Like, if it's a black tie event, like, it's not, I don't know. I'll have to decide. After I get done with this stream, I'm going to be going through and checking out different dresses and different styles I could wear, and then I have to deep condition my hair, so that's how my night's going to go. What is the bride's color for the wedding? I don't know. Purple. For the wedding tomorrow, it's purple. It's like a purple lavender, purple. Lavender. It's lavender! Livid Pigeon's not here. You could incorporate that color into what you wear. I don't have anything lavender. I'm trying to think. I think I have a tie. I might have a lavender tie that I could put Mrs. Fluxx in. Because Mrs. Fluxx will be wearing slacks tomorrow. We'll partner with you, emails. Oh, nice. The pink will probably... Yeah, I think the pink should be nice. And, Mrs. Fluxx is just going to be, nice slacks and a blouse. And, yeah. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. Girly dress-up talk. Yes, because we're going to a wedding tomorrow. October is the next one, I believe. But, yeah. Where's my vest? You want a vest? Mrs. Fluxx, you want a vest. Like, oh, I knew it was October. Boom! Like, you want to wear a vest with your, like you wore to the prom. Oh, we're gonna have to find that vest. I have to look through the, before this stream, I went through our closet and found all of our nice dress clothes crumpled up in the back of the closet, because we don't do, like, when do we need to wear nice things? We don't go out. I don't like to leave my house. Leaving the house is stupid. All my stuff is here. I don't have to wear pants here. Why would I leave? Anyways, So I found the slacks, but I will see if I can find your vest. That way you can get all fancy, and I can give you a pocket square that will match my blazer. Right? Nobody needs to leave. We don't need to leave the house. Val even more so, because you have a whole ass property. You lucky bastard. I've got a porch, and there's too many people around. Walt's up in there wearing a... No! I don't want to end up on an Am I the Asshole page. I don't want to make that page. You want a tiny home on a corner of Val's property and a goat of your own? I want, it was funny. You have the next one's gonna have a roof. Oh, you need a new porch because the next... Yeah, see, I want a screened-in porch because I get destroyed by, whatchamacallits. The thingies. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mosquitoes. I lost my train of thought there so hard for a minute. I apologize. My train of thought, whoosh. Thank you, Mrs. Fluxx. Yes. No, that's the ADHD. It's just like, no, you're not going to remember anything. You're not going to remember the words you want to use. You're not going to remember the thought pattern you just had. I get destroyed by mosquitoes. And, yeah. So I need a screened-in fence. That's definitely what is top-notch for me. Yes, mosquitoes. But, yeah, my dudes. I think we're gonna call it here for the night. I have to get the clothes ready, and I have to now find Mrs. Fluxx's vest. I think I might have an idea of where it is. A screened-in porch. Val, you know what I mean. You guys know that words are hard for me. And I'm saying one thing, but my brain is still trying to insert the previous train of thought. But yes, I will try and find your vest, Mrs. Fluxx, and I'm going to get the clothes ready, check the weather report, and get my hair ready because I'm gonna have to wash it, dry it. I have 3 different types of product I'm gonna need because right now we're in the real humid time. Well, we're starting to get into the humid time. You guys see it. The frizz on the top of my hair is crazy. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you guys see all my grays coming in? I'm so excited. I finally have some gray hair coming in. You can't really see it, but she's there, and I love it. All right, my dudes. I think some point soon we should be having another gaming stream. You want to dread it? No, I don't want to dread my hair. I've thought about it. I don't think I could pull off dreads. Hold on. We're going to ask Drog. We're going to ask Grok. Let's see. Give me dreads. No, the picture. Why is it asking if it wants... Hold on, let me go to Grok. It's like, draw me. No, I don't want you to draw me. I want you to take my profile picture. Oh, I like those, though. I'll show you the pictures it came up with. There's this one, which I like this one. That's the right one. I like this one a lot. It makes I really need to get, like, my eyebrows. I need to get my eyebrows done. This bitch has nice eyebrows. This one's cool. Oh. Hello? Where's the other one? This one. I don't know why I like that one. I know, it didn't give me dreads. Hang on. I will stand by. Let me have Grok give me dreads. But I need a different picture. So I'm going to do it on my phone because I actually have photos on my phone. Add dreads. And then I'll just pull it up. Boom. I do like the first one, though. This one. I like this one a lot. I'm going to use that one. All right, let's see if it's going to give me dreadlocks. Nope. Those aren't dreadlocks. Those are not dreadlocks at all. Let's see. Draw me with dreads. Let's see what it comes up with. No? We gonna do this at some point? That's kind of dreads. Grok! Really? I said have it give me dreads. It did the same photos except it added there are the dreads. That's what I would look like if I was a black man. There I am if I was a black dude. It's probably not super inaccurate. I would definitely have a full beard though. All right. Let's see. Draw me like one of your French girls. Oh, I spelled draw. Oh, it'll still get it. I guess French means adding a couch and flowers? Oh, man. I guess making something French just means adding a couch and flowers. I still like this one the most, I think. I think that one... Val! At least 3 of them. At least 3 of them. Interesting. All right, my dudes. I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I did random shenanigans on the interwebs and all of that good thing. And let's see, is there anywhere I can actually direct you guys to tonight? Because I didn't forget about that. I can actually redirect you because I have not forgotten. Let's see. Oh, Ozzy's streaming. All right, we are going to, let's see. And then I gotta go take care of my hair and all the clothes and all that good stuff for tomorrow's wedding. I'm so excited. Boom. All right, my dudes. I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because that is the best indication of when I'm going live. Typically, I do go live between 5:30 and 6:30. I'm gonna try and start doing that at least 3 to 4 times a week, where it's either going to be gaming, ADHD streams, or we'll figure it out. But you know what, guys? I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. I appreciate everybody chatting and chilling. And, yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have an excellent night. Be excellent to each other. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Have a good one.